Hey, welcome. Today we're tackling one of the biggest and maybe most confusing parts of mobile home ownership, renting the lot. We're going to be your guide through the maze of prices, the fine print in the leases, and all the pros and cons that come with it. So let's just dive right in. So imagine this. You found it. The perfect home. It's yours. But where do you actually put it? This single question gets right to the heart of what we're talking about today. It's this really unique situation where you own the house, but you're renting the dirt it sits on. Here's our game plan. We've broken this down into 5 simple sections to take you from confused to totally confident. We'll start with the basics, then get into the costs, show you how to find a great spot, cover that all-important lease, and finally, help you figure out if this is really the right path for you. Okay, first things first. Before we get into all the nitty-gritty details, let's make sure we're all on the same page about what mobile home lot rent actually is. It really is this simple. Lot rent is just that monthly fee you pay for the physical piece of ground your home occupies. So you're not renting the house itself, you already own that. You're just renting the land. Makes sense, right? And this right here is the most important thing to get your head around. Honestly, this one single fact changes everything. The cost, the rules, your rights, all of it. You get that amazing pride of homeownership, but you still have a landlord, and you've got to play by their rules. All right, let's talk about the big one. Money. How much is this whole thing going to set you back, and what are you actually getting for your hard-earned cash? So you'll see this number thrown around a lot. $400 a month. That's the national average. But, and this is a big but, don't get too attached to that number. It can be super misleading. It's a decent starting point, sure, but what you'll actually pay could be way higher or, if you're lucky, a lot lower. And this chart shows you exactly why that average can be so tricky. It really is all about location, location, location. I mean, look at this. In parts of the Midwest or the South, you might find a spot for as low as $250. But then you look at places like Florida or California and boom, you could be paying over $1,000. The difference? It really comes down to land value and, of course, the amenities. So what's included in that price? Well, as you can see here, the basics are usually covered. Things like water, sewer, and trash removal. But the real variable, the thing that drives up the price, is the amenities. A park with a swimming pool, a gym, or maybe a fancy security gate is gonna cost you more. A higher rent might actually be a better deal if it includes a ton of stuff. Just make sure you get a detailed list of what's included before you commit to anything. Now that you've got a better idea of what you're looking for and what it might cost, it's time to start the hunt. But where do you even begin? Don't worry, we've got a simple step-by-step plan for you. You can definitely start your search online, but please don't just rely on pretty pictures. The most important thing you can do is get in your car and visit these parks in person. Get a feel for the community. And while you're there, talk to the people who actually live there. They'll give you the real story, the inside scoop. And last but not least, do a quick check on the local zoning laws, just to make sure everything's above board. Okay, so you found it, the perfect spot. The price is right, the neighbors seem cool, and you are ready to move in. But just hold on a second. Before you sign on that dotted line, there is one last super crucial step, the paperwork. And trust me on this, a little bit of careful reading right now can save you a world of headaches later on. Think of your lease as the official rulebook for your new life there. You need to know it inside and out. Like, how often can they raise the rent? Are you responsible for mowing the lawn, or do they handle that? Can you bring your dog? What if you want to build a little deck? The answers to these questions are going to have a huge impact on your day-to-day, so make sure you are crystal clear on all of it before you sign. If you only remember one thing from this whole guide, make it this. Actually read your lease. I mean it. Don't just skim it for the price, read every single word. This is a legal contract, and you really don't want to get surprised by some little clause hidden on page 3. And here's a little pro tip, something a lot of people don't realize. You can negotiate. Yeah, the terms aren't always set in stone. If you see a lot that's been sitting empty for a while, the park manager might be willing to cut you a deal. And lots of parks offer discounts for seniors or for veterans, so don't be afraid to ask. Seriously, the worst they can say is no. So we've covered a ton of ground. Now it's time to put it all together and tackle the big question. Is renting a mobile home lot the right move for you? So here's the bottom line. Renting a lot is really a trade-off. On the one hand, the pros, it's way cheaper and faster up front than buying land, and you get access to all those cool park perks. But then there's the other side of the coin. You're not building any equity in the land, your rent can and probably will go up, and you have to live by someone else's rules. It really boils down to what you value more, convenience or control.
Ultimately, this decision is a personal one. There's no single right answer for everybody. But now you have the guide, you have the info you need to make a really smart, informed choice. So the ball's in your court. Are you ready to go find your perfect spot?